Welcome back to Terrace Talks on our DemButlers Unplugged channel. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I think everybody has sort of thought we don't do them anymore. But I'm Cass.
I'm Doug.
You're the Butler Brigade. We have this handsome gentleman that's on our screen that we're going to get to know here. We're going to allow him to introduce himself in just a minute. But for those of you all that are new to Terrace Talks and you're like, wait a minute, I thought I was already subscribed to DemButlers. Why is this popping up? Terrace Talks is our unedited, unplugged, unscripted channel where we get to talk to people who are particularly here or have relocated here in Panama to get to know them a little better and find out about them and their journey. It's unscripted, unedited, and you never know what you might hear. So, welcome to Terrace Talks. All right, so the gentleman on our screen, first off, I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself by your name and by telling us what area of Panama do you reside in.
So, hi, I'm Brandon, and I live in Playa Dorado, Panama. So I'm over the bridge.
Over the bridge, so Playa Dorado.
Yes.
Is that considered more?
Like Araihan, Bagamonte to be exact.
Okay.
On the beach. So
On the beach.
Yes.
Okay, bougie. No, I'm messing. All right, so you're over by the water. Have you always been a water person, or was that your plan when you came to Panama?
Always been a water person.
Okay.
The reason I chose Panama in particular because it's surrounded by water on both sides. So
And
I just got right on it. But yeah, always been a water person.
Water person. See, I grew up lakefront, so water calms me. The irony is Cedric is the Pisces, so technically he's supposed to be the water person, but I'm the one that likes being around water. Water is just soothing to me. It calms me. It brings me energy. I like to see it. I like to feel it. I don't think there has been any water that my feet have not at least touched if I'm there. I'm going to touch the water now. I might not be in it too much because it's cold, but my feet going to touch the water. I'll be like, okay, I put my toes in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. You already knew I was going to say that
I knew it.
You knew it. I could tell from your face. All right, but what we're going to do first, we're going to do a little icebreaker. That's what we call it. We're going to get to know you, and then we're going to get some questions out there. We're going to let people know who Brandon is. So our icebreaker, let me see. Our icebreaker is going to be, you know what? Let me see. Have you seen this one? I don't normally talk too much about current events, but this one has been going around. Have you seen the series Polygamous? Did you see it? Okay.
Stress me out.
Stress. What was it? 23 series, 23 episodes, 23 episodes. Okay. So I'm going to get, was Jonas to you a good guy or a bad guy?
A horrible, terrible. If I ever see him, it's on site.
It's on site. I don't know whether you've seen the memes going around going, okay, he's in that top tier of all the mean guys now. So that's Mr. from The Color Purple. That was Charles from Tyler Perry movie, the man ended up being in the wheelchair and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's up there. Everybody's like, okay, we have a new one. He's up there too.
He did.
Oh, I can't say it. I get triggered every time I think about it.
You know, in watching it, I can't say if I felt he was a bad person.
He was just misunderstood.
It's the women accepted him.
Yeah, that's true.
So I keep coming back to the women because he was except for the first wife, and I want to give too much, but people didn't see it. She's the only one who really didn't know what he was supposed to be out at college doing. Everybody else, he pretty much let it. The truth was out. Like, this who I am. You gonna be a wife or?
I will say the women did accept it, but at the end of the day, you still want to do that to people. I'm like, you're a bad person, even though they accept it.
Yeah.
You're still a bad person.
You're a bad person. Yeah, I watched it. I ended up. Go ahead.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Whatever. I saw every episode. I kept saying, "Okay, this is my last one. This is my last one. This is my last one." And then I'm up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning still
For 3
watching
nights.
3 nights. I couldn't turn it off. And I normally don't like dubbed movie or series as well. I got past it. I know there was a lot of people talking about, oh, the words don't match what the lips are saying. And I'm like, baby, it's so ghetto that it's good.
I was late to a work meeting because I was up all night. It was bad. Oh, it was bad.
I
I
was
had to.
addicted too.
I'm like, dog, I gotta watch Polygamous. I'm like, I know I'm late, but y'all gotta watch Polygamous.
You
Had
gotta
all
watch.
the coaches
I thought I was watching a Tubi drama.
Yeah, Cedric didn't really watch it. I mean, of course,
I was talking like four
like
episodes or
the
so.
evenings that I'm still up at 1, 2 o'clock in
And
the
I'm trying to
morning
go to
watching.
bed.
He's trying to go to bed. He would look up, and he was kind of, but he didn't watch it, but he was just like, I don't believe you watching this ghetto man. Because I typically don't watch that kind of stuff, but I had to. I was addicted.
Neither do I, but like I don't know what just that first episode just drew me in, and I was just like, dang. And then I was just like, this can't get no worse.
It
And
did.
every episode, it kept blowing up and blowing up and blowing up. She wrote her butt off on that one. But anyway, it was good. It was good. So for those that didn't see it, all right. So we got the understanding of that. So what's one thing about you, Brandon, that people always assume about you, but it's completely wrong?
Oh, people assume that I am the life of the party.
Mm, I
Um,
would.
yeah.
I would.
And I'm not going to tell on anybody, but somebody next to you. I was like, I'm actually very shy. And they were
Mhm.
like, no, you're not. No.
Yeah.
It was, but what is, so when I was younger, I used to be very timid. And I
Okay.
had a librarian, because I was going to a predominantly white school. It wasn't many
Okay.
black students. And she had a program for young black boys.
Mhm.
And when I used to talk to people, I used to look down, and she literally lifted
Oh,
my chin. She said, when you talk to people, you look them directly in the eye because it shows that you respect them and that you respect yourself.
okay.
Since that day, I would walk into rooms, I'm always speaking first, and I do it, not that I necessarily want to do it, just as like a sign of like, just sign of respect to everybody, hi, how are you? So like when I come in, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? People are like, oh yeah, I can tell you turn up. I'm like,
I don't. Got in there. Okay, you got in there. I get that. So, and what's your age?
I'm 34,
34. And where area of the US do you hail from?
the DMV.
Okay, DMV, 34 DMV. So now we're gonna have to know because now are you single, married, partner, divorcee, widowed? Do you care to share?
I am, as my grandmother would say, because I don't have a ring, I'm technically single, but
You're
I got a
single.
man.
No,
I got,
if you ain't
I
married,
got a
you're
man
single.
now, but I'm waiting on that ring. But I got
I
a
tell
man.
Waiting
you,
on the ring. Okay.
when you ain't married, you're single.
But
That's it. That's it. No,
you're in
ain't
a
no but no.
committed dating relationship,
You're
though.
still single.
Okay, but you're in a committed dating relationship. Is that fair
Yeah,
to
but
say?
for tax purposes, I'm single.
There
For
you go.
tax purposes, you're
The
single.
government say he's
That's
single.
true. Okay, so you're originally from the DMV. I have a sister that's in the Virginias, and part of them acronym employ you people. So she's from there. So I realized you might want to close that door because your grandson getting loud or whatever. He don't popped out. I'm hearing his voice. That's them grandmama ears. I'm hearing him. I'm like, so it can get cold there. I mean, like I have seen her actually shoveling snow. How were the winters for you in the area where you were?
So I'm a January baby, and apparently I was born during a blizzard. I hate the cold. This past January that just passed, that blizzard that we had, I
Yes.
went back and got stuck. We were
Oh,
stuck in the house, couldn't fly out. I was literally in the house for probably like 11 days straight. I've never stayed in the house that long.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go back to Panama and not come back for a while.
Not come back for a while. Yeah.
Um, so,
It's. I think cold weather like that. In my opinion, the snow is beautiful because I didn't get a chance to see it a lot in Texas. But when Texas, I don't know what now, 6, 7 years ago, had that bad ice capillion or whatever you would like to call it, and everybody, like literally, Texas was shut down, the whole entire state for almost a month, just about the entire month of February. I mean, the entire month, like 20 something days. And I was like, yeah, I'm over this snow mess because it was more ice for us, and you can't go in ice. But I think snow is pretty. But I have seen my sister out there literally shoveling. She don't even have the thing that you can blow the thing with. She's shoveling snow in DMV, and I'm like, no,
we don't always get snowstorms, but when we get them, we get them.
it's not your thing.
It's my last winter in the States. I can't do it. My
Okay.
bones.
Okay, so that one you said that's the end of that one. So tell us
Yeah.
about Brandon before Panama. Who? Give us your story. Give us your spiel, as they would like to say. Whatever you would like to share. Where do I know you're from the DMV. Do you have family? What's your career? Did you attend any type of higher level of education? Whatever you would like to share.
So Brandon before Panama was life was actually pretty chaotic, if
Oh,
I'm being honest. Yeah.
okay.
So I used to own a natural hair salon. I've worked for the government and stuff, but I just honestly I just truly wasn't happy, especially after college, because during college I got a chance to, like, travel the world, do visit different countries, which pretty much opened my eyes to like traveling more. Now, mind you, I started traveling very young, but like when I got
Okay.
to college, I did it like extensively. And then after that, I just kind of became very stagnant in the States.
Mhm.
Ever since I was in middle school, I've always known I wanted to live out the country. And like I remember telling my friends in middle school, I want to die in another country. I don't know where, but I don't want to die in America. And that was in middle school. So before Panama, I mean, life was it was
It
it
was
was very even when I think back on it, it's kind of a blur because
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very depressed.
Mm.
I just knew I never wanted to be. I just knew I didn't want to be in the States long term. Like I love it because it is my home, where I'm from. But I'm just like, it's so much world for me to see, and like so much world to see me.
There is. What are some of
Yeah.
the countries? I know you said you traveled, you started traveling young. What are some of the countries that you've been able to venture to?
So India, Ireland, Ghana, Zimbabwe, South Africa. I did a layover in Brazil. It don't really count, but I was outside.
It
Well,
don't count. If you
yeah,
don't come out of the airport, it don't count.
okay. You don't come
Right
out of
on
the
the count.
airport.
But I
Okay.
enjoyed a little bit of time. Peru, Chile, Guatemala, which is one of my favorite places to go. Costa Rica, Colombia,
Okay.
all Bahamas and stuff. China. I haven't been to Japan yet. That's the next one.
I
But
like
yeah,
Japan as well.
I'm place
You've
of
been to
Turkey, you
Turkey.
know.
Okay.
Like Turkey.
Yeah, well, you didn't care for Turkey. You didn't care for Turkey.
I like the food.
Okay, okay. Well, like Cedric said, we didn't get a chance to leave the airport, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story on Turkey. It is. And professionally, currently, if you can share, is your career field? What do you do? Or are you retired at 34 years old? Are you an early retiree?
Look, don't get, I wish, look, your mouth to God's ears, but no. So I still technically work for a nonprofit in DC remotely.
Okay.
Um, I do my life coaching. So I life coach women. I'm a human design life coach, and I help them, get their lives together and, live their best lives.
Oh,
Um,
wow. So explain that in layman's terms for the person who is your customer or client or patient, however you categorize them.
so my client is the woman who knows what she wants but hasn't achieved it yet. You
Hmm.
might know what you want, but you might not know how to get there. So I use human design because it basically talks about the energies and the different energies in the world and how we should use our energy to get what we want. And
Okay.
I need to figure out what their human design is and how to get what they want out of life. So, for example, I'm a projector. And over the years before Panama, I used to work like three, four, five jobs at a time. One time I had four jobs at one time.
Oh
I
my.
don't know how I did it. And when I would look at my taxes, it's saying I'm making all this money, but I'm like, where is the money going?
To
Uh-huh.
Texas.
Uh-huh.
We're here to live life more and work less.
That's correct.
Literally, right now in my life, I've worked the least amount of hours I've ever worked. I
Hmm.
have the most I've ever had. I have the most savings I've ever had. I'm actually at peace. So I help people figure out what your energy type is, because some energy types are here to work and
Okay.
work, but everybody, we're not always here to be on the grind, grind, grind
That's
all
true.
day long. It's
That's
okay
true.
to live life. So I essentially help women figure out, like, what do you want to do? And let's make a blueprint to how you can get there. Because whatever you want to do, if you put your mind to it, no
Hmm.
matter how crazy it is, you can do it. So
Okay.
like coming to Panama, I was like, look, I want to come to Panama, but I want to come with ease. I don't want to have to work too hard to get here.
Exactly. I want to enjoy it. Right.
And it's happened for me. So
Wow. So what is it? And I'm gonna stay on that one for a minute because we have a lot of people who watch our channel. Is there a too young or too old age bracket for you to assist with? If the 80-year-old woman doesn't have her life together, can you help her?
so there is no too old, but there is too young.
Okay.
One, because love children, but I do know like at that time of your life, you
Yes.
kind of don't have to control your parents do.
Yes.
So,
That's
you
true.
know, yeah, so it is unfortunate. So with the nonprofit that I work for, we do have youth that work with us, and we
Mhm.
work with youth, and always I'm able to give advice, but it's never in the same capacity that I do with my
Yes.
actual. So
Got it. I got it. And is it professional? Is it also love? What about the woman who's sitting there going, I can't find a good man? Is it that direction? Is it
it's both.
okay?
What do you want?
And I'm saying, because the first thing that pops in my mind, I know I get tired of talking about this gentleman all the time, and may he rest in peace. But one of the formats for his show on Kevin Samuel's show, no matter how you feel about him, was he had women call in who typically
they chose to call it.
yeah, well, chose to call in because then they called in who needed direction with their social life.
Well, most of the time they were calling to correct him on his thoughts, and
Okay.
he ended up helping them because
So that's the first thing that I think of. And some had unrealistic expectations as far as what
Oh, yeah.
they were looking for in a partner, how their life was going to be after this so-called wedding or lifestyle, just different things. Then I also, as soon as you said that, there's another gentleman who's on YouTube. I can't think of his name. I've never known his name. He helps couples a lot of times, but no, I should say people with their financial goals. He's a young guy that's out of Texas. I think it's San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
And he
No,
helps them.
Austin.
It's Austin.
Austin.
He helps them financially, whether they are just what you just said. I'm working, but where's the money? Or I got this $500,000 school debt, and when I went to school to go be a pottery maker, but I can't figure out why I'm not making any money.
a pottery maker.
Well, that's what he helps a lot of people like
Underwater
that.
basket
That are
weaving.
like, I don't know why. I mean, but so that's what I think, and I think a lot of people are sometimes lost, as you just said. Sometimes they have unrealistic expectations, and then sometimes people just don't want to be told that what they're doing is just wrong. Have you?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I honestly admit I was not a fan of Kevin D. Samuels. However, especially like when I talk to women, so my viewpoint is always because especially like with the Kevin Samuels men, is like the men that you all are chasing, are they really good men? Like you can get these men, but are they good men? Like are they good people?
I agree
So
with you.
that's always my like basis, like because I'm very much of, especially like nowadays, the women they want the men with the bag, which I agree with. I
Okay.
agree.
You want the bag too. But like you just said, and Cedric and I used to have this conversation, most kept women don't want to do the kept work. That's what I used to say. You know, if you're going to be a kept woman, there's rules to being a kept woman. There's rules. I mean, there's sexual rules, there's emotional rules, there's caretaking rules. You know, the Birkin bag, the nanny and the housekeeper and the car with the numbers and the letters don't come for free. And there are things that you're going to have to do to maintain that lifestyle that a lot of women who think, oh, I want this lifestyle, they don't realize what that kept life is about. It might be some turn heads on some discretionary things that you might have to turn your head on. There might be some emotional and some financial abuse. I mean, there might be some things that you don't even realize that lifestyle may not be what you think it's going to be.
I always try to tell the women I work with, you might not want a wealthy man, but you want a generous man.
There you go. I agree. Because someone don't have to make a whole lot of money if they give their all. You know, I'm not trying to be scripture or anything, but there is a biblical statement of the woman who gave her last and basically the millionaire who gave $1. And it's like, which one would you rather have in your life? I'm not saying that a partner has to give their last. When a person gives you their all, that means a whole lot more than somebody gives you a piece, and they can do so much more.
I've dated some very wealthy men who are very, very stingy with their money. And I've dated men who were like, 6 figures, give me whatever I wanted. Oh, babe, I want to go on this trip. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
As these wealthy men have the money. Okay, well, my tuition's due. Oh, you got to figure that out. Oh, we're
Ooh,
done.
cut it out, but both be partners. Okay, so I just heard you say men, and for those on those money, wait a minute, did you just say man? Did you just say man? Do you identify with the LGBTQA, or can you tell us about your personal life in that aspect?
Yeah, I identify with them. I'm the G. I'm the gay people. Uh, I'm the G. But yeah, I've been gay all my life.
You know, Brandon, I laugh at that. And for those of y'all who don't know, Brandon is like our adopted son from the first moment we ever met him. So you might find sometimes he might slip up and be like mom, but Brandon got a lot of adopted moms.
Yeah.
Everybody I know that is like, he calls me his mom. I'm like, Brandon call everybody over the age of 40 his mama. But
I
no,
love
he has a lot of love, and he's such a genuine, kind soul, and that just goes to show that. And I understand that. And I laugh because when we moved here, Cedric gained 3, 4 mothers as well. So you're never too old, as I like to say, to have a mother in your life. You never are. So to have love around you just shows what kind of person you are. Because believe me, just like a mama likes to discipline her bad child, don't nobody want to be being an adopted mama to somebody that ain't got their life together. Like, nah, don't be claiming me as your mama. I ain't your mama. But I was getting there, but I was going with that is that what was I saying?
I see.
The mamas. I forgot.
They know who good people are.
Yeah, that
I
they
said I
know
was
who good
gay
people
all
are.
my life.
Yeah, you were gay all your life. And so anyway, when I met Brandon, we were sitting around, we were talking, we were chit chatting. He was talking about, yeah, I went and I had like the coming out conversation. I said, who you have to come out to? Like literally, who you have to come out to?
I wish y'all were there because I will never forget that day. And I was so mad because I didn't get a chance to come out the way I wanted to. My grandmother and aunt told me I was gay. Like
Wow.
I was going through depression in high school, like waking up late, gaining weight. And I've always been like a very jovial, like fun person. And my grandmother came in one day in the morning. She's like, "What's going on with you? Like, you're not being yourself. You know what's going on?" And my aunt came in the room and it was like, "Are you depressed because you're gay?" And I was like, and my grandma was like, "We all know you're gay. I knew you were gay when you came out by the way you cried." I'm like, "Oh, it's a gay
But
cry?"
there's a gay cry.
And then I remember like after that, I'm calling my cousin. I'm like, "Y'all, I'm gay." They're like,
We know.
"Okay,
Yeah.
gay Friday still." I'm like, "Don't nobody
No, nobody care.
care?"
Nobody cares.
Nobody,
Nobody cared.
don't
Nobody
nobody
cared.
care who loves you.
That's right.
Nobody cared.
As
Like,
long as you're well loved, that's all they care
That's
about.
all that Cedric and I have 4 adult children. One of the things we've always said, as far as we know, no one identifies with LGBTQA, but we've often told them we don't care, and we mean this to the core of our soul. What you do in a relationship, as long as you are loved and treated kindly. I don't care if you date a toad. If he hits you and he hurts you, we don't like a toad. I don't care. We don't care. But your personal life, your love life, all we ever want for any one of our children is to have a partner and to be loved. Shoot, many partners. I don't care what you have, but you need to be loved. You need to be respected, and you need to be loved. We don't ever feel like you can't ever tell us who you're loving in your life. We could care less. Care less. And we've often said we raised them saying that. There is nothing you have to identify and tell us. When you sit there and go, this is who I'm with, then that's who you with. Are they a good person?
Well, in a nutshell, you don't have to justify who you are to anybody. And it's just that simple.
and now that I'm older, I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, I feel like gay people, or if you identify as gay, why do we have to come out?
You don't.
should. I don't come out as heterosexual.
Right. So yeah, like when we'll have some youth who'll be like, "Oh, did you know I was gay?" And I'll be like, "I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
are you coming to the party?"
I mean, that's all I care about. I don't care. I don't care. My biggest thing that I like to make sure of, because I don't like to assume, I do make sure that I have pronouns. I don't want to assume anything because I never want to be disrespectful to anyone. So I don't want to assume whether you identify LGBTQA if those are still your pronouns, especially when some people are transitioning and different things in their life. I just don't want to be disrespectful. But if you don't say, hi, my name is Monique, and you appear to be a male, I don't do anything. But Cedric and I, we have both learned to stay away as best as possible from pronouns until someone provides us their pronoun. I mean, it just is. It's a respect thing to me. It's just about being respectful. I don't ever want to be offensive to anyone. But coming out to me, nah, you ain't got to come out to me. You ain't got to tell me anything. I care less. Care less. Care less. Are you loved? Are you a good person? And he does have a good person in his life. Brandon has a wonderful soul in his life. Everybody expects. If we met Brandon 5 years ago, what would surprise us most about your life then to your life today? I know you kind of chimed in on it already. 5 years ago. So this is 2026. In 2021.
Which is crazy. First time I came to Panama. What would surprise you now? I'm not as hot-tempered.
Ooh.
You hot-tempered now?
No, he wasn't as hot. He's not as hot-tempered now as he was then in 2021.
Okay. I'm like,
he's calmed down. I would say the same thing about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
I was an asshole back in the day.
Yeah.
I wasn't an asshole, but I was definitely nuck if you buck.
Okay, you'll fight. Cedric was short-tempered, and luckily through, and you shared this before, through 1, relocating, through 2, retiring, and through 3, identifying that mental health is everything. No matter what you have to do in regards to that mental health, whether that's take care of you emotionally, spiritually, whether that is or medically, just whatever it is that you have to do, mental health is everything. A lot of people see us and they keep, even from just videos into the last 2 years, and they keep going, y'all just look so different. You look so different. You keep going, it's that peace. I mean, literally, it is the peace. And not saying Panama is the only place people can go, but wherever the place is that you happen to land, sometimes they can be just leaving the city that you happen to be in the United States. Get away from them people. It may bring you peace.
Well, sometimes, and Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just not so much relocating from a place. Sometimes you got to get away from the people you know.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for people to grow in places that hurt them.
Ooh.
So
That's deep.
I'm willing to share this. I come from a very close-knit family,
Mm-hmm.
and had a situation that caused us not to be as close-knit. And for years, I was trying to get that close-knit connection back.
Mm-hmm.
It just was never clicking.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally moved back to Panama last year, it was all the anxiety that I had around that. It just kind of went away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to hold on to something that wasn't serving me.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely agree with the people and even sometimes the environment, because there are people that I've met that knew me 10 years ago, and they were like, you've always been nice and happy, but there's a piece that's over you it's different. I'm like, I'm happy you can see it because I'm working on it. Because it used to be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you recognize it, and that you also recognize the things that were hurting you and to be removed from that. I know lately there's been a lot of conversations, even in social media, TikTok world, I'm love TikTok, is that the adult children, predominantly that 30 to 40-year-old age bracket, that are now disassociating themselves with what people would say are their parents. And they are their parents. I mean, that's who bore them. And it's not necessarily, some is a level of there was childhood abuse or something in the relationship, but some is just a matter of, I don't want to be around the energy anymore. It wasn't necessarily a big fight. It wasn't necessarily a blow up. It wasn't necessarily a dragging of, I ran in the kitchen. My mama put out a skillet and hit me upside the head. That's why I don't talk to her. It wasn't nothing like that. It's just a matter of, I've now recognized you're triggering for me. And that triggering for me, I need to find my happiness. And so people are starting to talk, oh man, we have 4 adult children. I have one of our children, happens to be my biological child. I mean, she just has decided, you know, her happiness, her mental health is everything for her. If that means that she does not come to family events, different things, and I had to sit there and tell her, you don't have to justify your life to anyone, nobody. It's your life. You know, it's as you say, it's not a matter that, oh, I hate you all or I don't want to be around you all, but my mental health, my peace of mind, my energy. I mean, she let it be known I will never come back to Texas again. I mean, she just don't want, it's nothing. She just like, I'm loving my life where I'm at, and I'm loving where my energy that I'm doing, and you know, check in occasionally, that type of thing. That's fine. And believe me, as a parent, when your child checks in occasionally, that's a good phone call. That's good, because when they hit you up every 5 minutes as she used to do, I'm like, girl, there ain't no way you enjoying college. There's no way you calling me every 45 minutes. How are you enjoying college? So as a parent of adult children, you actually, as long as they're good, healthy, and safe, that's pretty much it. You know, you calling me every day or checking in every day, I don't need that. I don't need that. Are you good, healthy, and safe? That's it. So said that the long run. Let's sit there and go back around that. So okay, so you have found peace. You're definitely not as high strung, and you don't go off on people. You don't nook if you buck. I like that. All right, Mr. World Traveler, why Panama?
I always say Panama chose me.
How?
Ooh.
So 2021, I came here with an ex.
Okay. He gonna look over at the corner. He gonna look over like, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
And it was during we were together during all like the George Floyd stuff. So that just took me over the edge because I used to be a part of BLM and I'll go to all the protests. I got tired of fighting.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
Ooh.
fighting.
Sound like us. I'm tired of marching. I'm tired of changing my profile picture to black. I'm tired.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think like I remember one time we had a protest. I'm like, I got maced. I was like, wait a minute, I'm too cute for this. I could barely see what it is. Like, So when the George Floyd stuff happened, you know, me and my ex were talking. I was expressing to him how, like, you know, I've always seen myself out of the country. I don't know where, but Ghana was number one, but for obvious reasons. You know,
Okay.
I go there, but the men, Lord. But so we both decided, okay, well, let's do a trip. We're going to do Panama, Costa Rica, and Mexico.
Okay, that's a good choice. Very good choice.
Yeah, 3 months, a month in each country.
Okay.
So we got here, rented a car. I drove from Cologne. We went to different places. And when we got to David, the first day there, we experienced the earthquake.
Oh.
And I remember, you know, so close to Costa Rica. I remember, I'm like, oh my God, y'all. And all the people, this is normal. Like, what's wrong? It's okay. I'm like, we got to go. So we were probably in David for like a day and a half. We drove to the border of Costa Rica. They said, you have to leave the car and walk
on the Panama side and walk. Yeah. Right.
We were like, we're absolutely not doing that. So that 3-month stint, we decided to stay in Panama. Drove to Bocas del Toro. Oh, and I didn't mention when we were in Panama City the first time, I hated it. I was just like, ew.
Yeah.
I hate the city. I don't know what it was. That drive back, when I came back, I just fell in love with the city. It was.
You looked at the blue eyes.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like it was just, I was just like, I can do this. And then so right before I left, he paid for me to get my visa.
Okay.
And I remember I went home for 2 weeks, came back. Before I left, I met who I consider my sister, Kenda.
Yeah, Cedric is listening. It's starting to rain, and he's tripping.
Oh no, it's raining over here too.
Yeah, he's actually tripping. He's like, well, that sounds like hell. I can tell what he's listening to.
That's not rain. There's no rain. It's the wind.
It's just the wind. Okay, yeah, it's coming. So that's what. So for those that's looking at his face, like, is he skitzing all of a sudden? He doesn't have anything in his system right now. He's just looking out at the terrace.
Right now.
He's just looking out at the terrace.
Hey, y'all, I am always medicated.
As you should be. But so a friend who is now a sister who I met her like before I left.
Mm-hmm.
didn't know me from a can of paint. I'm like, hey, I'm coming back to Panama. Do you know any good hotels? She was like, you can just stay with me. And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, just stay with me. And I came and I came, knocked on her door early in the morning. This woman who barely really knew me was like, hey, good morning, went back to sleep. And I'm just in her house. I'm here for months. Here for months. Didn't charge me. But when I say she became my sister, and like just being here with her,
Mm-hmm.
from Atlanta who moved here, and I was just like, I just met a community of people. I was like, this is just home.
It is home.
And so I was like, I loved it. Oh, and another thing I love about Panama, I feel like this is just for me personally. I met a Afro-Panamanian woman in Bocas del Toro, beautiful midnight dark skin,
Oh,
white hair,
yes.
and she was like 102, I think.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Moving good, all that. And she was saying that Panama sits on like some type of energetic plate where it's one of those places where it will either make you or break
Great.
you. If you come with good intention, Panama will bless you. If you come with bad, it will send
Look,
you back to where you
You
came
would
from.
run off. You run off. I
oh wow.
thoroughly
And,
agree with that.
Wow.
yeah, and when she said that, like it stuck with me because even then, a lot of the expats that I knew then
Are gone.
are gone. And that was also another reason I didn't like Panama because a lot of the expats that I would encounter,
Mm-hmm.
like I said,
Messy.
Nuck,
Messy.
Nuck, if you- I
Messy.
was, yeah.
No, there is no other way of saying it. They come here with the Cedric used to say, if you ugly in the States, you ugly here. You might be uglier because it's a smaller environment and you can't hide.
But the problem I've got, and Brandon, please chime in. If you were that off person, or let's say you were a shitty person in the States, you can reinvent yourself here because nobody knows you and there's no expectation.
Be better.
None.
Be better.
So you could be better and oh my God, and just live your life instead of being put in a frame that you put yourself in the States and being just ugh.
And not fake better, not being fake. He's just saying you need to recognize your flaws, as you just said, in regards to almost life coaching. Hey, if you're tired of being lonely, then what is it about yourself that people don't want to be around you? And so maybe if you change that, people will now want to be around you and you'll have good energy. And I like that. I like the fact that when you came back through, you basically found a home and you found welcoming, you found your environment, and that it was able to, like you said, Panama chose you. So which visa are you here under?
So I have the corporation visa.
Okay, corporation visa. Love that. And is that a foundation that so your life coaching, you can also, I know you work remotely, but for those that are here in Panama, are you able to assist them with their mental health and their well-being, or is it something that's only for stateside?
But only for stateside. But so I will say, and I think you all know, so one of the things that I do want to bring to Panama, which I actually am getting registered for next week, I've always been into skincare products, and that's something that I do back in this because I incorporate that with my life coaching. I'm big on self-care because even when I'm feeling down, if when I pour into myself, you can't tell me shit about me.
Right. And she's not
Mm,
supposed to. I'm the biggest fan.
yeah, like,
The number one
so,
I'm your number, yeah, like in the words of Cat Williams. How you not gonna get in touch with your number one player? That's you.
so I am in the process of getting my skincare business registered here in Panama. I do have it back at home. I'm in a few stores.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm getting that going. That's what I really want to. Always do my life coaching, but that's really what I want to focus on. I just like good skin, especially on it.
Love good skin. I love it. And what will be some of the products that you will have in your skincare line without divulging and giving too many people? Don't give them too much information, but
Right, right.
something that they can
So,
look forward to.
my soaps. I love making soaps. And I'm gonna say that my soaps.
Okay.
Face, um, and then I'm considering bringing my body butters over. I'm gonna see
I
how
love it.
that. But definitely soaps and my toners to start.
Okay. I love it.
I got an idea.
Go.
All right, and you probably never thought of this, but one of your biggest customers could be vets such as myself who have pseudofolliculitis barbae, aka razor bumps from service, where our skin is dark underneath our neck. There's nothing we can
There's
find
nothing here. There's nothing here.
get the color back the way it's supposed to be.
So, well, and everybody can't grow a full beard like that, Mr. 34-year-old.
Yeah, you're good, but when you're old,
but
it don't grow no more.
Skin discoloration, healthy creams are definitely needed here.
Scrubbers or something.
I agree.
It's just depressing every day when you look at it. You can't do shit about it.
There you go.
There's something. I got something for you.
He said, there you go, noted. What was your first, okay, I think I can actually live here moment? I know you came and you were staying with the lake, but what first
on your
thing,
own?
On your own. When was your first thing like, no, I can live here. I can do this.
So I moved back in 2022 like a dummy. Oh, because Panama. Oh yeah, another thing I left off. Panama left me without a man, which was good. Like came to Panama, and I knew in Panama we were gonna be done.
Okay.
But I had to get that visa first.
There you go. Take care of that visa, sir.
Don't leave with an empty person.
My mom ain't raised no fool. Exactly. Let me take care of that visa first.
But in 2022, when I had moved back, I was depressed because when I came back single because I was a kept man.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not, during that time, like just the job, going back to, I'm like, I don't want to go back to work. I'm not gonna lie, my ex did leave me with a lot of money to figure things out. But while I was figuring things out, I was just like, I was over it. And I ended up coming back to Panama for like 2 months on my own. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this.
Okay.
And then after that, I would just come for months at a time. And then I remember my lawyers, because the corporation visa takes much longer.
Yes.
The pensionado.
Yes.
I remember them hitting me up. And I was like, I forgot all about it. And when I came, I was just kind of telling her, like, I don't know if I can do it. She was like, no. She told me, she was like, you will be a good example for young people to come. She was like, Panama has enough retirees and we love them. She was like, we're not an old country. She was like, come. She was like, and when I tell you, because I had like a few payments left and they weren't much.
Mm-hmm.
I remember she was like, look, we'll work with you.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. She was like, pay us when you can. She's like, but come. She's like, I think it'll be beneficial for you. And I'm happy that I listened to her because, yeah.
It has been a blessing. And I'm glad that was a great segue there. And I'm glad you said that. 34 years old, you've basically been coming back and forth when you were in your 20s, late 20s. And it is known, Cedric and I, although are mid-50s, we were about 5 years ago, that was a big group that was coming then because some kind of way had got out there, definitely to the vets and to those, I'm going to say particularly vets and those that had retired early, that, hey, Panama is a great place for you to retire because it was pretty much known that you had to be like 70 or Social Security age type thing. Right. And so about 5 years ago, right after COVID, a big group of 40s to 50s started coming here. I would say more so 50-year-olds there started coming. And now you're seeing the next group that's coming are those 30s to 40s, where they're digital nomads, whether they're a total remote worker, or they just happen to have been able to retire early themselves with good savings and good living, and they're now coming here. What is it like being 30s in what people consider a retired life living, but you're not retired in a country that
is young?
It's young. Are you lost? Have you found your community? Just whatever you like.
I will say, with the thanks of you all, I've definitely found my community. So before 2021, it was much harder, I feel like. Mm-hmm. But now I'm meeting people my age, a little bit younger. There are, outside of your group, there are other groups. I also have my group of Panamanian friends.
You got to get to know Panamanians. I mean, I believe there are 20 and 30-year-old Panamanians running around here too.
Right. Like my LGBT Panamanian friends. I feel much better about, especially because back then I would tell like the younger people, like, I don't really know too many people our age, but now like we're everywhere, especially the ones from the States. Like I'm seeing us, and it's a pretty large community, and it's cool, because I love hanging out with my mother, father, aunties, and uncles, but
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah, but that's not, yeah.
through and talk some shit.
Yeah, you gotta be around, yeah, you gotta be around your age bracket too. I mean, that's called life. That's just what you want to do, you know. Because y'all might not even leave to go out to 1 o'clock in the morning. Not leaving to go out to 1 o'clock in the morning. When people don't know about here about Panama, baby, when they say that they're gonna party till the sun come up, they do mean until the sun comes up.
I will say I haven't gotten that far yet. Like I mean, like last night we got in about 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting up. I'm like, that's probably my limit. But that going, I did go out for Pride, and I was like, y'all party a little too hard for me.
Okay, so pride is here. How is it identifying and your acceptability that you have found here in Panama?
So for me, it's been okay. And I also think there's realistically, with us being expats and Americans, we do have that privilege.
Okay.
However, I see gay people every day, all day. I always tell people it kind of reminds me of the States before like gay marriage was legal. Like,
Okay.
yes, it's taboo, but we here.
Okay.
Nobody beating them. I haven't heard like nobody's like trying to beat me up. Like I said, I might not be knuck if you buck still, but don't
Hmm.
try it.
Don't try.
Um,
Okay.
but for the most part, like especially when I talk to my gay Panamanian friends, they'll tell you like, very conservative country, much better than what it used to be. Like, you might not want to go out just making out.
Mm-hmm.
How we're here,
Very much
and
so.
it's
What
yeah.
about let me try and say, well, I know you just said that it's not taboo, but are there LGBTQA friendly places? Are there
Yep.
nightlife? Are there organizations? You just said that they had Pride Week here. Is it Pride Week or Pride Month? I'm sorry, I don't want to I don't want to misidentify.
I'm not sure because I was in the States for most of June. I came at the end and enjoyed the festivities, so it might be a week. It could be a month,
Okay, okay.
but at the end it was lit. I'll say
It
that.
was lit. Okay. And is it so your particular community that you happen to be at, is it youth oriented? Is it families? Is it retirement area? Have you gotten to know any of your neighbors and those that are around you?
So yeah, so in my particular community, it's very family oriented. There aren't too many expats here, which is
Good.
another reason why I kind of
That's
like living.
good. That's good.
We do have a small expat group, and a lot of the expats who are here are expats from other Spanish speaking countries. So
There you
that
go.
also makes a difference to me.
There you go. That is a difference.
There I don't really see, and not saying that they're not here, but I don't really see too many people who are like my age. I'm pretty sure they're here.
Okay.
I didn't get to meet them, but so far, like everybody, they're older, but great communities, very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I know where I live, it's actually a lot of the Panamanians vacation homes. So
Okay.
during the week, it's pretty quiet. On the weekend,
Turn
you'll
up.
see people, but it's still not rowdy if you
Not
ask
proud.
me. But
Okay.
it's very peaceful here.
What does your day to day look like at home when you are there?
Ooh. Oh, my day to day, I wake up whenever I kind of want to, which
Okay.
between 9 and 11.
9 and 11. Okay. Sounds like you,
I'll,
Mr. Butler.
It's exactly like me.
I'll usually play my sound bowls for a little bit to get my meditation right.
Okay.
Um, I'm a lounger.
Oh,
If
there's
I'm being
nothing wrong with lounging.
like, I like to lounge, put on my moo.
Hey, come on with it, moo moo. Ain't nothing like a good moo moo.
No,
Yeah,
um,
Brandon was very upset when we did our moo and margaritas or moo and mimosas event. And he was just like, is this just for ladies? And I'm like, it's not just for ladies. You want to wear your moo but I think you either leaving or coming back. And you're like, I'm not going to be able to make it anyway. But you would have turned it up with the moo and the
I,
mimosas.
I love me a good moo.
I
Oh,
love good moo too. I have
and
plenty
then
of
honestly, I spend most of my days shopping. I shop a lot.
shop online, shop locally, go out and about. What do you mean?
I'm gonna hit up a mall. I'm gonna hit up a fruit stand.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit up something. And I realized because in 2021, I had a taxi cab driver. He's like, "Yeah, Panamanians, we love shopping in the States. you can barely catch me in the mall. I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't need it.
We're the
Here,
same way.
Same way.
every day. I'm like, come on, stars, but but
Come on.
I'm like, what you want me to buy? Like, yeah, I do a lot of shopping.
Okay.
Pray for me on that. I need to work on
And so
that.
where are you putting? Go ahead.
But we ain't got to pray for you. You're going to run out of space.
I was just going to say, what size home are you in?
So I always call it a tiny home because I'm obsessed with tiny homes. It's
Okay.
it's like 545 square feet.
Okay.
They laid it out nicely. Now the downside is I'm
Coffee.
actually going to have to move back to the city next
Oh,
year.
wow.
I mean, it's not a downside. I mean, the
Well,
city.
but it is if you love where
The
you
water,
are. I mean,
right?
if you love the water, because you don't. Although people they trip off this. Panama City does have ocean views, but it's not ocean accessible.
Yeah, you ain't
So
getting
if you want to get in the water, you cannot get in. I shouldn't say cannot. You're not going to see nobody in the water in Panama City. I mean, to say you can't get into something is not lie. I mean, you just jump your butt in there, but you're not gonna want to get in the water in Panama City. So I mean, for someone who loves the water, yeah, I see how that's not like high on your list of things that you want to go
Well,
do.
I will say, so I'm big on like manifestation and like meditation, hence the sound bowls and stuff. So I told my boyfriend, I was like, look, realistically, if we can have a place here in the city, I'll be pleased.
There you go.
So
We're gonna see how.
that'll be something I can manifest
There
because
we go.
I truly do love it here. But I do spend a lot of time, especially like I said, with the products I'm gonna be registering in business and stuff.
Okay.
I'm I'm probably gonna have to be in the city
In
more.
the
And because
city for the
and the
business.
city gives you, and I can honestly admit, the city gives you a different energy.
It
When
does.
I'm out here, it makes me feel like a beach bum, which I love. Like I just lounge around. But when I'm in the city, I feel like I'm in Sex in the City. I
You go. All right.
go, go, go. Like what
Yeah.
we doing? Where we going? What's the next restaurant?
Mm-hmm. And it's
Like,
funny with your age bracket that you actually say, I actually enjoy being more in the relaxed area. And the last couple of friends, we've had a few friends that have relocated to the beach area and they love the city. That's what they sit there and go. It's not that they don't love the city. They're like, how can you not love the city? You do everything in the city. But they knew that they needed one. So I'm gonna sit there and say it. They needed to scale back on their spending. They found that they were in the city. They spent a little bit more that they were comfortable with doing because you're in the city. You go eat, you go do this, you go shopping, you go do this. And you found that then if they would remove themselves from the city, they spent more in the budget that they were looking at because there was less to do. I mean, you got to go back out and do it. And the second thing was that they needed that energy. They need that settling. And they said that they found themselves getting back amped up again. They felt that same in thrust that they were feeling in the States. They were getting back in the city. And they just didn't like it. So I say, hey, you got to recognize that. You got to go where brings you peace. You got to
I
go.
will say for me, I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, if we do move to the city, because he's also like me, he likes the peace and quiet. Like I'm a suburban boy at heart. I
Okay.
love the suburbs, give me a nice house so I can wear my muumuu and just be grand in the backyard. But
Brandon and
I
his
will
move.
say, moving back to the city, I was like, we were definitely we're considering the Clayton Albrook area because it's on the outskirts of the
That's
city.
correct.
So I love Costa del Este.
Uh-huh. That's not very nice. Okay, I see where you're going. So both of those areas, I can see you in both energies. I can see you both, and then you're still going to get that suburban life and you're still going to get quiet, but you can still not hear the honk honk honk, beep beep beep,
Right.
get out of the way, the red devil coming down the street. You're not going to hear none of that stuff. So, Oh, by the way, the red devil is a bus. For those of
Yeah,
y'all that
yeah,
just
for
heard,
y'all.
they're like,
That
red devils?
plays
The
music.
red, what's going on? What they talk
Loudly.
about? The devils are running down the street. No devils running down the street. What do you miss about Panama when you're back in the US?
Everything.
That's the
Honestly,
answer.
everything. Honestly, the main thing for me is the food.
You miss Panamanian food when you're back in the US.
No, the food, period.
Oh,
Um,
food.
because TMI, in the States, I can eat salads and fruits all day, constipated.
Constipated, yeah.
Donuts, pizzas, burgers, regular.
Regular. I grew up
The
saying.
quality of the food is it's just not the same. And even when I was just there in June, I
You gain
the
weight, didn't
water
you?
on one, the watermelon, I'm like, where are the seeds?
Where are the seats? Yeah.
And even like like I said, my cousin, she's here with me. And she's like, does this have seeds? I said, I've never had a fruit in Panama that did not have a seed.
Yeah,
Right.
that's correct. That's correct. And
I,
that's so good.
yeah.
The food is so much healthier. Some people, now when Cedric and I first got here, we were intentionally losing weight. We were both, chunky monkeys,
Yeah,
both
we're
of us.
big.
Woo,
We're big. Yeah,
we're
man.
big. And that was a goal. We had already been losing in the States. We wanted to transition. It was so much easier when we got to the States. And we've been both able to maintain our goals. I mean, we really thought that non-medicated and without assistance, we would actually gain back. And we haven't, because that's just how we know how much better the Panamanian.
Food is.
And by Panamanian, I don't mean the type of cuisine.
The food that's here,
I mean
yeah.
the food in Panama. The food in Panama is just so much healthy. And I know some people sit there and go, well, it still got stuff in it. Okay, well, it does, but it don't have the stuff that the U.S. have in it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it don't have all that in it. And so it is healthier. It does take a little bit to get used to the first time you have meat or a hamburger or just different things. You're like, it's different. And you can't really place it. You just know things are different. And when you go buy different things, but just like you said, we also enjoy eating really good food. We just love it. We're foodies here.
Yeah, we are.
We're foodies. We're eating everything that we can find. But the only thing, and we said this the other day, that we have not, and it's not, so that's that American side. We have not been able to find a good slap your mama pizza. We ain't been able to find one, not that good. And now I have to, because
With red sauce.
somebody gonna sit there and go, you can go to here, you can go here, you can go there. When I say we done hit about 10 to 12 different places, we like a good, heavy, carnivorous meat, red sauce, American cheese type of thick pizza. That's what we like. I mean, and it's like, we ain't been able to find it. We ain't been able to find it. We done had a lot of them, but that's about the only thing we can say that we have missed.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about it.
I actually like the pizza here, but I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
Know what you mean, but
That cheese sauce is
I'm
American.
very much for the pizza here. Like Madre is one of my favorite places. I love Barrio Pizza.
There's a barrio down
There's
the
a
street
barrio,
from
right?
us.
Yeah,
Yep,
sure
down
is.
the street from us.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I never like that.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, again, you don't need to be eating pizza every day anyway. But we're just saying every once in a while, you just want a good sloppy pizza sometimes.
Even when you eat junk food here,
doesn't.
it's not like the States. It's just different. And it's hard to tell people who ain't never been here.
Yeah.
It's just different.
I remember my boyfriend, when he first came to Panama, we came on a 2-week stint and he lost our passports the first day.
Whoa.
I would never let him live that down. I was so mad.
The first
But
day.
First day. Wow.
his first day in Panama, we were here for 2, lost the passports.
Man, so all right, so you stressing out right now, right off the rip.
You can't enjoy the rest of your time.
That made me love Panama even more because the way their care with like how to get things done, I was like, okay, this is my country. But I was telling him, I was like, you should try the McDonald's. And he was like, why is it good? I was like, I'll let you see.
Okay.
Get into it and spat it out instantly. And I always tell people the McDonald's here is nasty, not because it's nasty, because it doesn't have all those chemicals.
It don't have the chemicals.
Mhm.
And you're right.
Yeah, I'm like, because I remember when I was here in 2021, I had to get used to it.
You have to get used to the meat.
But like, and it was one of the Panamanians who told me, they were like, yeah, we don't have all those preservatives and chemicals in ours, so it tastes like it. I was like, this is disgusting.
It tastes right. I used to say it tastes like soy school hamburgers.
Yes, that's
And that was
exactly
the
what
best
you
way
said.
I could
Yeah.
explain it. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Those hamburgers in school, in elementary school, it tasted like those burgers to me. It's not soy, but that's what it tasted like.
Because it has less
It has
stuff in
less stuff in it.
But now on the rip, and this ain't got nothing to do with our conversation, but some of the best cheeseburgers is at Wendy's.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
are.
God.
Oh, we love the Wendy's.
Oh
Wendy's
my
is
God.
good.
Hey y'all, the Wendy's here ain't the same as the Wendy's back in the States.
I always say for those of y'all
And
that,
their chicken is
that
delicious.
are a little bit of older age, you remember when Wendy's used to be good Wendy's.
It
Like
was
when we was
square.
in the 80s, Wendy's. That's the Wendy's. It's the old Wendy's.
They know me so well at the Wendy's near me. They don't think so where I'm at, it's rare to find like there's not that many English speakers. The
Mm-hmm.
lady, I know what
I
you
got you.
want.
She already putting your order in. I got
You
you.
get the same stuff so much.
That's
They
you.
already yeah,
You
that
get the
is me.
same
I
stuff.
sure do.
You get the same stuff. What's one relationship lesson you've learned since spending time here, Brandon?
Hmm. Relationship lesson. Relationship as like in like with my boyfriend or just like people in general.
Relationship,
It
whatever one you like to.
So one that I've learned and been learning is be intentional about community.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like
I
just
like
come around, like
don't
some
associate everything. Yeah.
even though I am very social, I love my alone time, but there are people that I'm like, okay, even though I might not see you all every day, let me just reach out, see how you doing,
How you doing?
stuff like that. And I do feel like my community here is it's very strong. I love it. It fills the void that of the loss of the family community
Yes.
that I had,
Yes.
just with like all the mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles I have. And they're even like in the community that I live in, I have an aunt and uncle that I call them my aunt and uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Jerome, I was like, oh wow, they really do like us. Like they'll just check on us.
Check on you.
Our water was out because Panama. Our water
Yeah.
was out at first, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to the store. Do you need water?" I was like, "Oh," I was like, "No, but thank
Yeah.
you."
That's how. Thank you.
It feels good, and because I'm always I never know because I think that most people are just nice to me because I'm nice. So I'm just like I'm never really like, oh, people like me, but people are like, no, you're likable. People
You
like you. I'm
are
like,
very likable.
yeah.
You are. You are very likable, very loving, very kind spirit. If someone your age asked 30, 35 years old, should I live out the country? What would your advice be to them?
absolutely. Why not? What do you have to lose? We're young. If it doesn't work out, something else will. And I always tell people, especially ones who want to move out the country, like, well, what if it doesn't work out? And I'm like, well, first thing is, how old are you?
Mm-hmm.
It can be anywhere from 30 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are right now, everything you have gone through, you have worked it out. It's going to work out.
It's gonna work out.
And especially like for like my spiritually inclined people,
Yes.
faith-based, have the faith.
Yes. That it's
Who's
gonna
gonna
work.
who's gonna have it for you? Like when I decided to move back here, I remember asking God, the universe, I was like, look, I want to get back to Panama. I don't know how, I don't know when. My job, I was like, and I was ready to quit my job. I was like, you know what? I got my life coaching.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. The products in the States are doing well. My job literally was like, okay, we'll make you remote. Never would have thought that would happen. And
Wow.
I'm realizing we just gotta ask the universe for what we want and believe that we can
And
get it.
believe in it. I agree with you on that. So I have to piggyback on that. There's a lot of jobs that some people do not, especially if you're a great value and asset to the company. Before they lose you, they'll make a way for you to remain. COVID taught a lot of employers that you can still get a lot of productivity accomplished and people don't have to be in a cubicle and you keep an eye on them all day long. So if you're an asset to them and they don't want to lose you, you don't have a top security clearance type of job where you have to be on the state side type of thing, they will try to accommodate you and make a way for you to still be employed. And if not them, then try to find somebody else. If it's still a goal, it's not the best time to be just quitting a job and going, like, I'm gonna figure it out. But make sure you have a plan to go get someone else that can also then work remotely. Because
Yeah.
I try to tell people all the time, Panama isn't cheap. We say that all
No,
the time. Cedric and I say it all the time. For some people, they can end up spending more money at the end of the month than what some people were spending in the US, depending on your lifestyle and where you lived in the US of A. But Panama is not Thailand. Panama is not, they said they cannot like to say
Vietnam.
Vietnam or Malaysia. You don't want to stay in the $100 a month places that there are to stay here. You're going to have to spend some money. And so you need to be aware that if you are still employed and still need to make a living, if you are stretched thin, you could possibly still be stretched thin here until you evaluate some things and make some changes. Like you said, Brandon, you work less, but you have more discretionary spending and savings than you did in the US. But that was also with change and discipline. You're going to have to change and discipline and reevaluate some stuff if that's what you're going to want to do.
And I always tell people, do not move to Panama if you are looking to spend less. Like you said, it's not a cheap country, but also I feel like that for anywhere. Don't move somewhere because it's cheaper. Move because of how it makes you feel.
Yes.
The way you feel will exude, and all those things you will start to attract. So if you feel bad in the States, you're going to attract bad. If you feel bad in Panama, you're not going to attract good. I feel good here, I attract good. I attract abundance. So it's different. So I always tell people, don't come. I'm like, I remember one of my girlfriends, she was like, oh, the plane tickets are so expensive. I'm not paying that for Panama. I say, for one, Panama's not a poor country.
It's not.
You on the canal.
It's
So
not. It's not.
Yeah, right.
We say it all the time.
Poor country. And I say, furthermore, like, I realize, especially a lot of us Americans, we feel like everywhere outside of America just has to be dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
It's
It
not.
don't work.
I thoroughly agree. And I'm so glad to hear you say that, coming from a generation that is still a working generation. People hear us, the retirees, say that. And they're like, well, yeah, but y'all don't work 30, 40 years. You got savings. You can say that it's not cheap. But for someone who is also still working every day, people need to hear it is not a cheap country. You are going to spend money. And like I said, for some people say at the end of the month, sometimes they have spent even more than what they did in the States. They have a better quality of life. They're not in a $1,500 studio apartment like they would be in the US. They're in a house. They have different things. They have a better quality of things that they have, but they still are spending money. That's what I'm trying to say. They're still spending money. Yeah. Or they have more things. They might have a housekeeper that come in every other week, and they have a chef. I mean, there are things that now when they spend money, they see more value in what they're getting those things from. I guess that's what I would like to say on that. All right, we're going to do rapid fire, then we're going to start wrapping it up here. Rapid fire. I feel like I already know some of these answers.
You do.
Because we've been talking to him for over an hour. We knew it. Panama City or the beach?
The beach.
Yes. Uber or you drive? Or I should say ride share, but still Uber, but.
Uber or drive, you mean? Or
no, Uber or you're driving, personal, you drive. Uber.
For me.
Favorite meal that you have had in Panama?
Favorite
meal. Or a restaurant?
Ooh, that's so hard. But one of my favorites is El Trapiche.
I like El Trapiche too. I do. We haven't been. We passed it. That's the one that over by the Roberto Duran boxing. Thing that you see over there on Barrio over there, kind of.
But I'm not gonna lie, even Oh My Burger too in San Francisco.
Oh my goodness, we keep passing that. Oh My Burger, we keep going. But
the wings.
We might get that for lunch today.
The wings.
The wings are good. Okay, like what level? Like Hooters.
They're my favorite wings in Panama, and they won like best wings, I think, in like 2023.
Oh, we getting that for lunch.
Wow,
that sounds like a lunch thing to do. Okay, your favorite? I'm gonna say weekend activity because you, as you say, you are still an employed person. But I would say your favorite Panama activity. But I know your lifestyle kind of maybe revolves a little bit around the weekend, having weekends off. But your favorite? He said no.
But my favorite Panama activity is checking out a different beach.
How many have you seen?
So I've seen like San Blas, of course, like Taboga, San Blas. I want to go to Mamey. I really want to go to Mamey.
We did Isla Mamey. We did that.
Is that Point Portobello?
It was off. That's the one we did with Beat that day when we did the canoe.
Oh, okay.
And we got rained on. We did that one.
Coronado and stuff, Chime, Santiago, and stuff like that. Bocas del Toro.
Okay, we haven't done anything too much in the West yet. So we've done San Blas, which is obviously not the West, but we haven't done any of the David. I should say the Caribbean side. So
north.
Or north. Or so we've done. We haven't done Bocas del Toro, David, going toward Costa Rica. We haven't been.
Bocas del Toro is my favorite place in Panama.
Okay,
you gotta go.
Oh, we're going to go. We just haven't right now. We have these little guests here, they're kind of slowing up us venturing
They
out.
can't go with y'all.
They said, well, they
Yeah.
will. But the funny thing is, we were going to do them a little day trip before they leave and take them to the beach because they happen to be water babies too. But they say we go too much.
Yeah.
Like they literally like prefer to just stay here in the condo.
They ain't built the same.
I don't know what
It's
they're
hot.
The kids. Well, not even somebody talking about it so hot. They just say we go too much. They like how much more walking, how much. So we've had to slow down since they've been here. But when they leave the end of the month,
It's on.
we're gonna be back out in them streets.
Yep.
Back out in them streets. So Bocas del Toro is one that we would like to do. We really would. One thing that you still Google every week.
Restaurants.
Yeah, we do too.
And I find that daily.
Yeah, we do too. We find a lot of restaurants. One thing you wish you had known before moving.
I could have did it sooner.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Could have did it soon. And so you're saying sooner before 29. You would have been gone.
The only reason I moved back in 2022 was because family people. What are you gonna do for work? You don't know anybody out there. We're gonna
The
go to
family got in your ear.
But doubt in your ear.
They got in your ear.
I would
Like
have
everybody else, you're what? 3 hours, you're back in DMV. Like literally, you're back in DMV. 3 hour plane ride.
I would have stayed in 2021 and I would have stayed.
It's still
Period.
here. I love that. Biggest culture shock. He's thinking.
The music.
Yeah.
I love Panama. I'm an R&B head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
We
can
can
listen to
tell.
that all day.
Yeah.
We can tell.
After about like the third song in some of these places, I'm like,
Yeah.
I call it techno 80s. And I can't even tell that the song switched. I'm like, is that a new song? Or is that the same song from 15 minutes?
Tejano disco. In house.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get me wrong. Like Cedric and I say, we are well versed in music. When I say if we were ever on a music game show, we'll kill him. Because he's musically inclined, he's classically trained. He's a musical instrument trained, so he plays and reads music. And then I hit him up because you talked about the alternative, non-melanated schools of attending. Well, so I'll shock them with the things that they don't think I know. Like, oh, I know who's singing that song. You don't think I know that? And I was the only black cheerleader on the squad. We had to get there and dance to all that stuff. So, baby, I know all them songs. So then I love country music. We like jazz. So we keep saying we would kill you. We'll be a little silent, little deadly thing over there. So I love music. I'm very open. I'm very open to music. But the heavy Panamanian music, like, oh, boo. And you know what's funny about that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on that. Another one is even when you go to places that is actually bumping, like they jumping, we laugh they don't play the song long enough. Like they don't get to the hook. Y'all know in black folk music, there's certain songs you can't end the song until you get to the hook.
30 seconds. Next song. What?
There will be times in my neighborhood where I'll play my music and I'll literally have the neighbors, the kids be like, who is that? Like one day I was playing some Kelly Price and the little girl was like, she put in her Google Translate, like, who is that? I was like, oh, this is Kelly Price, baby. You gotta know. And she's like, new artist. I was like, new to you.
New to you. That's because
Yeah.
people like good music. They love good music. Cedric and I say music is universal, just like love. And we same way. When we're playing music or when we're doing something, we get a lot of people that then go, who is that? I like that. What is that? Just moved, as you already said. Well, I was playing music the other day while the movers were packing. I just had some music going on. And it was some smooth jazz. And even the packers were like, what is that? That's so nice. I mean, they were like, what is that? So like you said, people love good music. And so music is a great conversation starter. Your favorite local phrase?
Favorite local phrase. I don't know if it's a phrase, but I love saying either para llevar or para aquí. Like for here or to go.
Over here. Yeah, for here to go. For here to
To
go.
the restaurant.
Yeah.
They were like, para aquí, para llevar. I'm like, para aquí.
Uh-huh.
And I'm real Panamanian and they started speaking. I'm like, no.
And
that's
you're like,
all I
oh,
know.
no. Slow down. See, Cedric is like, box. Box.
Marcel.
Cedric does a lot of hand gestures,
Oh, I
but
do.
he's getting it. He's getting it. I'm real proud of him. All right. If Netflix made a Brandon in Panama movie, who's playing you?
Honestly, I mean, it's going to sound unconventional, but Regina Hall.
Why does that sound unconventional?
She's a woman,
I
but I
know,
feel
but she can. I mean, it can still be Brandon and Panama. It might just, yeah.
I feel very I feel like we have a lot in common, like our satire, humor. Like I'm just so connected, and I feel like we look alike.
Okay.
Minus the beard.
Minus the beard. Fill in the blank, Brandon. Panama made me what?
Panama made me love life more.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Do you see yourself being here forever?
Oddly enough, no,
Okay.
Because the world's a big place.
but I do see Panama being my home base.
Okay.
Okay.
So I do see me going to a few other countries possibly to live, but like maybe when I'm ready to croak over,
Yeah.
I'll be back home.
Okay. Back home, Panama.
Panama's
Yeah.
home.
Panama's home. It's home to a lot of us, and I definitely agree. Earlier in the conversation, when you were speaking about the Colombian lady, the centurion, I thoroughly agree. I see a lot of it. I didn't know so much as not fault line, but the chemistry aspect, the energy level of Panama is one of those things. And I said, my dad and I are very connected spiritually, emotionally, and everything. And even he said, the moment he set foot here, he said, this is something about this place. And I say it all the time too. I say people either love it or hate it. And that is why they love it or hate it. That is true. They don't know how to word it, but that is why they love it or hate it. And that's why you find people saying, it's okay, I will never have to go back. And I'm going, bye-bye. We don't want you here either. We don't want you here either. Bye-bye. Because we can tell your energy is not right here. Your energy is not right. You either love it or hate it. Look at you. Brandon, it's been so fun getting to know you. So I'm going to say, before we close out, behind you, you got a lot of album covers and music. Who is your favorite artist ever?
So my favorite artist ever, let me adjust this. My
Okay.
baby Anita Baker.
Anita Baker. Come on, Miss Baker.
I think I'm Anita Baker. in my
Okay,
mind.
Rapture.
No, you way nice. You way nicer.
Anita might be watching this. Go ahead.
Look, I love you, Anita. I love Anita Baker. I will fight for Anita Baker.
She's a great
We
artist.
recently, and I was at her prime, like when she was really, really, really touring. Myself and Cedric got a chance to go to any of her concerts. But prior to us leaving the U.S., she did that other tour where I think she started off with Eric Benet, or was it Babyface? She started off with one of them on the tour. Well, by the time she got to Dallas, it was just her on the tour. But we loved Anita. Did a good show. I mean, the lady's knocking on 70, 65, 70 years old.
Yeah,
she did an excellent show. I know all the issues that some people say, very Lauryn Hillish, I guess it can be sometimes. She showed up on time. She had that sound check. It was an excellent concert. Excellent concert. That was my first time ever seeing her live.
Anita Baker is an Aquarius like me. We are just very particular. We have a way. Anita could do no wrong. She can curse me out. Like, I deserve it. It was good.
It was very,
It was-
very good. Very good music. That shows Saturday music or anytime.
That's my every day.
Every day.
Every day, all day.
I love it. Brandon, this has been so good to get to know you deeper, representing the under 35 crowd, the LGBTQA, the single but loving life, the newly located from the U.S. but here and enjoying the beach and moving to the city, the entrepreneur, the corporate person, mental health. Man, you hit it all there. You hit it all. And I'm so glad to get to know you. I'm so glad to have you in our circle. Thank you so much for your time. Everybody, like, share, follow, comment.
Subscribe.
And with that, Terrace Talks concludes and the rain has stopped. We're out.
Later, brigade.
Later.
You know?
Hey.
All right.